Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and the last couple of days have been very quiet for me, at least on the uploading front. But the reason behind that is because I've had very busy days at work, like to the point of being ultra tired, just not really wanting to do much.
Mark my words, Azul. Our Arcana trader is going to be a famous chromomancer one day.
So yeah, just haven't been up to recording anything, and that's
The first element I wielded? Fire. Nearly singed my eyebrows off.
well, that just seems stupid. But yeah, just been very tired lately, and now now that I'm feeling more or less normal, now it's time to get back into things. And we are going to... Well, we're first going to say hello to the bird. Hello, bird. How you doing, buddy? Yeah. But yes, I think what we do now is we set up a hopefully decent ranged build. There we go. I think we've got something going on here.
Whenever you use a relic, remember that this is the peak of magic. Reliable, predictable, and able to endure anything.
An explosion! Okay, what else do we have? Okay, so that's very similar to... God, what was the other... I don't remember the name of the relic in the first game, but it had something very similar. Oh, the fountain pen. Okay, that seems good.
Is magic a limited resource? Will we one day burn through our reserves and be left with nothing but memories?
That's a rather depressing question. Why would you bring that up to me? But no, I want to try this out. I normally am all for just, yeah, give me more damage, but let's see what this is all about. Alright, so... Orb catcher... I don't want to find myself relying on this. Plus, it's not necessarily maximum health.
We are working on a new project for the trials. I'm calling it electricity.
Okay, bro. Okay. Alright, so... This should overall be a very familiar setup to people who are used to how my runs look in the first game. Okay, one thing I am noticing is that Lightning Spear has one hell of a long cooldown, so... Don't miss. But, as per usual, the 360-degree control of the spinner is always nice. Hello, little Kodamas. I suck. And of course, Flare Rush is Flare Rush. It needs no introduction. I used it all the time in the first game. Thing is, in this game, when you have iframes that you can abuse, it seems like it would have a lot more application. At least I'm hoping that's the case. Okay, so that's pretty good. We'll take the battery. And there's Flare Rush doing what it does best. It has this combination of being nice and aggressive while also covering your ass, which I really like. Splat. Yeah, the 360-degree coverage of the lightning spinner is just beautiful. Now, I'm hoping that its upgrade is just as useful. Oh, and away you go. Oh, I'm smart. I am so smart. Lightning Spinner. Ooh, attack speed? Or, yeah, I think, no, just attack speed. Admittedly, though, the attack speed bonus is a little awkward on it. Alright, not bad. I will say that with this current setup, I do feel very much like I'm in more control than I normally am. And I don't know if it's strictly that, you know, I found something that works or speaks to me, or if this is, like, legitimately a stronger setup than what I've been using. I will say, though, that I think the way that Flare Rush behaves in this game is both a blessing and a curse, because you have iframes on your dash, which allow you to just dart through things a bit more safely to get the fireballs to do their damage. But because the enemies now have very different patterns, it's actually a little bit more difficult to take advantage of, because the enemies don't all just rush in at you in a straight line for the most part. Obviously, these guys are an exception. Hello, Hasher. Got any good relics for me?
Tell me, don't touch, if you'd like a closer look at a relic.
Increases your damage by 10% and an additional 10% for Arcana variants. Actually, I really like that.
If you've got coin to spend, I've got relics to lend.
Say hello to the birds. They're up, they're perky, and they're doing their thing. One of these days, if I can get a working camera, I'll actually show them to you. Like, on video. Obviously, I could just take a picture and post it to my Discord, but that's not the same thing. Owie. Okay, don't know if I'm going to be holding on to that long term, but, I mean, at some point or another, I'm going to be at low HP. Hello, Varen. I think that's her name, anyway. Asher.
Being a chromomancer means your
Farron.
skills crafting arcana are always in demand.
I don't want to replace my basic. I want to replace my ultimate. So I'm thinking either Shock Assault or Breakers of Tiamat would be good, but maybe it'd be better to save my money.
The jungle's got this thick, almost magical air, doesn't it? Hasher always complained about bugs and how humidity ruins his relics.
Now, on one hand, that is a good thing to be thinking about, I guess, but on the other hand, Hasher kind of sucks. It's alright, I've always been a big believer in the idea that money isn't everything, so people like Hasher just bug the shit out of me. And yeah, I know he's a fictional character, but it doesn't change the fact that that personality trait just bugs the shit out of me. Alright, that was an interesting wave. And my opponent is... What is your name in this game? Terrace? I'm used to thinking Atlas, but no, you're not Atlas.
Hesitation buries the brave. Are you prepared to face the might of the earth?
Are you prepared to face the might of my Taco Bell farts? Getting used to his patterns, at least at rank 1.
Hieronymus, though he may not say it directly, will see in your victory what I see. A wizard showing potential to wield Chaos Arcana.
I just need to get there. And again, it's a nice positive message, and I am A-okay with that. Alright, I think that's useful. Plus, it's one of my highest damaging attacks at the moment, so having 2 charges of that, plus the extra damage from the... What is it? The Arcane Diffuser? Is that what it's called? I'm gonna look it up. Enhancement Infuse. Enhancement or Enchantment? And it is Enhancement Infuser, okay. I swear I know how to read. Yes, even 1 coin is useful. It's in the idea that it's a much more reliable chance of getting drops in this game is so nice. Like, you can spend all sorts of time breaking the environment in the first game and not get much. At least in this game, you're pretty much at least guaranteed some coins when you smash pots. This stuff, not so much. It just feels good to break Hasher's stuff.
Is that the jingling of coin I hear?
It might be, but I don't know if any of it's for you, Dick. I do like that. Hey, that's really nice.
Relics aren't meant to only be looked at. You aren't weirded out by them like Farron was, are you?
More so, I only have 220 coins, and I would like to make sure that I'm spending them wisely. There we go. Okay, so Lightning Spear in this game is very similar to Bouncing Surge in the first game. Take it for now, but it's not that. And plus, most of the lightning arcana in the game already shock enemies, and that's not a standard arcana, so. That will unfortunately never shock enemies. Yeah, screw your shield. Yes, that was completely overdoing it, and I love it. Alright, so with some understanding of what this relic is doing, I am liking it. I'm just hoping that it will continue to be effective later on when enemies spend more time throwing things or using AoEs. But yeah, I'd say between this and the water cushion, you've got quite a bit of defense at your hands, and they're both really good, really reliable options for keeping you safe from silly things. Hello, sir.
Congratulations. You have earned this.
Prayer beads. No. Okay, that's kind of what I was looking for.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go duel Euronymous.
You
I
have fun
a new
with that.
relic combination to try. All cursed, of course.
I mean, that's kind of your thing. Hello, Doctor. But I don't really want to give up any of my Arcana. Real shame, too. If I find a freebie, I'll give it to her. And that also spells out the reason why I wanted to hang on to my money earlier, because now that red katana tassel actually makes way more sense. Makes sense that it works with the dark katana. And no more chances at freebies, so unfortunately we're just gonna have to say goodbye to Dr. Song for now. Would be nice if there was another way to get some free healing and a relic from her, but oh well. Alright, taking on the gnome and the troll. Let's do it. Nice. He's still laughing, even though he's the one that got burned, huh? Nope. Stick with that. Alright, that was my fastest Bahadur fight so far. And I'm hoping that this pace continues, because I'm actually really liking what I've got going on here. Go away, snake. And yes, that relic that gives me a defense against a melee hit, really nice. It is again just more margin for error, and in a game like this, that margin for error is really useful. Jeebus. Fucker just came out of nowhere. Thank you, Flare Rush. Alright, wait for my spells to come back, and we're good. Go away.
What is a curse but an opportunity dressed in an ominous cloak?
He's got a point, but let's see. Okay, so this one might actually be worth it. It would mean that my lightning spears do 20% more damage. I could also work the oversized needle since I have tripled critical hit chance.
Every time I attempt to restore my face, I summon these chaos creatures instead. So I open a portal to invite wizards to test themselves against the hordes.
Alright, I think we just go with the Crimson Clover. Yeah, take that. Yeah, I guess Twin Spears is just getting all the love. My goodness. Yeah, I think I might have unironically found my build. Not sure about Flare Rush. It doesn't seem as good in this game as it was in the previous, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means I haven't exactly found my niche with it yet. Frost Feint, on the other hand. Ooh. That might just be my jam. Also, if I can get another variant Arcana from Farron, that would probably be for the best. Unless I only need one Arcana variant to trigger the enhancement sensor. Oh my god, I love that relic so much. Ooh, do I take the Imp's Left Hand or Rudra's Pinwheel? Basically, increase the damage of my signature or give myself a follower that can add damage to battles. I think we're gonna do this just because it's fun. Also, what are my relics looking like right now? Alright, so things like the Tear Stone and the Tesla Coil can probably go once I start finding more relics. Alright, not bad. Hello, Farron.
You know, Arcana isn't just about power. It's about the art behind it. The craftsmanship.
I'd say it's a little of both. Just saying. Okay, both of these are good. Reason why I'm aiming towards Heavenly Storm is because of the battery. Let's go for it.
Just remember who crafted that Arcana when it saves your hide, alright?
I'll remember. Alright, yes, there is a shorter way back to that branch that I didn't take. I'm guessing it's just gonna be Hasher, but I don't know, maybe he's got something I need. Although not with the amount of money that I have, since I just spent it at his ex-wife's place, teehee. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so let's just move forward. dare you? Okay, I don't like you. Okay, really liking Heavenly Strikes. Oh, that was dumb of me. Why did I do that? My brain was like, he doesn't have a follow-up, it's okay. Hey, it's Voltran again. Dude, are you gonna make a David Bowie reference? By the way, I looked it up, it's not just David Bowie, it was David Bowie and Queen, so...
You got another thing coming if you think you'll outperform me, kid.
Oh my god, he's full of all the musical references.
Let's do this. Can't hide from my electric eye.
Oh my god, it's a Judas Priest reference. You think I'll let it go, you're mad, you've got another thing coming. This guy's full of all the musical references,
Epic
hang on.
win, kid. You remind me of Master Surax. Never talking, always walking, just spreading your magic.
See, the way that I'm reading the variant of the lightning disc is that you throw it and it just kind of follows you. And I'm not sure that's what I want. I kind of like how it behaves right now, but I mean, I could also be very wrong about that. It might end up being awesome, but I won't know until I find one more Arcana variation. Alright, where'd the other one go? Hey, my aim is maximum. And it turns out that the imp's hand also deals in very fun amounts of enemy stagger. I say no to you. And there's still... Okay. Oh my goodness, this build is something else. Oh, Jesus. Okay, you're gonna have to knock that off. Enough of your AoE shenanigans, sir. Oh, I guess I'm moving on to the boss. I, for some reason, thought that that was, you know, what's-his-name's tournament, or... Oh, well. Okay. Hey, I might just stick with this build for a few runs. You guys okay with that? Because I'm, like, winning. Alright, it's a bit risky, but I think I'm going to go with the maximum health. Alright. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay, so I'm now noticing that those guys will just track you permanently. And when I say permanently, I mean they don't stop when they're about to fire. They just keep going. They just track until they fire. So that's good to know for
Relics
future
can
reference.
amplify power, but they cannot save a wizard from their own lack of experience.
And that's ultimately
Study the
what killed
tools
me,
you
is
have
just
on
lack
hand
of
further,
experience.
and you may avoid falling in the future.
Alright, either way, I think I found something that I can work with. So that should hopefully lead me to my first victory in the very near future. Signature game. There was one that I was looking at. And that's just movement. That's fine. Fall is pretty good. Oh, I already bought it. I'm a genius. Alright, but no, we're going to stick with Awe because, well, that was my favorite in the first game as well. But I'm not going to do a second run right now.
Sergique wants us to believe nothing's impossible, but his tasks are hard.
Alright, so I'm still going to experiment with other builds, but believe me when I say that this build that I've been using here, ooh, it is pretty nice.
I like to think the task board is the glue that keeps the Trials mansion running. Even if people butt heads, at least they all can agree on assigning contracts.
Fair enough. Alright, well that's going to do it for right now, so thank you guys very much for coming and checking out my work. I always appreciate you coming and spending some of your free time here with me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Wolverine. Take care.